Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I invite you to look above me. Look closely at PD, Whiskey Pete's face. That is the face of someone who realizes they are neck deep in shit and they neither have the intelligence or the experience to know how to handle it. This man literally went in public and stated, "We didn't want this war. We didn't start this." What we, baby? You wanted it. You started it. We, the American people, did not start this. You did it. You were playing, you sunk my battleship, along with Captain Bone Spurs. And now you've realized, well, wait a minute, they're hitting back. Well, wait a minute. They have the intelligence to realize that all of these allies where we stuck bases, if we strike at them, it's going to come down to a choice. Either we tell America to get their fucking bases off our land, or they pay the price for said loyalty to our bases. I'm waiting for a mass notice to go out saying, hey, you need to pull your people out of our land. Yeah. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of them to say, hold up, we are losing too much. You got to come get your people. Because, let's be clear, they noticed. We ran to protect Izzy, but not them. Not the people who are allowing us to put bases on their land. Yeah. We left the Gulf states kind of just floating around out there. Yeah, you've got our planes. You're helping us. You're allies. But it's Izzy. When they decide to upset that apple cart, we're going to run to protect Izzy. But not y'all. If your oil refineries are hit. Well, yeah, we're concerned about that, but what about Izzy? What about BB? Oh my goodness, we've got to help them. Let's be clear. Iran is not chanting death to America for nothing. Okay? It's like me going up and bitch slapping somebody, and then when they counter my actions, I go, they hate me. They're coming after me. They don't like my way of life. They don't like the red, white, and blue. No. See, they're coming after us because of the bullshit we do. Yeah. Literally, Marco Rubio. Oh, hold on. Marco Rubio, this fucker right here, admitted out of his own mouth, the only reason this is going on is because the meetings were going fine last week. They were making headway during the negotiations. However, Israel did not like that. Israel did not like that. Yeah. And he was told, we're going to hit Iran, and y'all better have our back. Because once we hit them, you know they're coming after you. Because we're allies. We're buddies. This man admitted out of his own mouth, the only reason we have lost members of our military, the only reason all of these weapons have been expended is because instead of taking Is Not Real by the scruff of the neck and saying, baby, if you do that shit, you're on your own. We're sending you no more ammunition for that Iron Dome if you do that shit. And we're going to make it public that if you do that. See, didn't have the cojones to do that. Yeah, so when Israel said, Is Not Real said, we're going to be hitting Iran. The proper response, and any other member of our State Department would have grabbed him by the ear and pulled him to the side and said, you're on your fucking own. And we're going to make it public. Instead, this little weasel, this little boneless, cojones-less, ballless idiot went ahead and supported what Is Not Real did. And now we've got members of our military unalive. Yeah. See, I was raised in a household where my parents told me, you don't jump off the bridge if your friend jumps off the bridge. I fully expect you to bring your ass back home and go, yep, yep. Frank jumped off the bridge. He wanted all of us to jump off the bridge. And my parents would be looking, sipping coffee going, and I see you did not. How's Frank? How's Fred? Oh, well, they broke their leg. Tom drowned. Mary lost a finger. But I see you're at home. While they're all at the hospital, you're at home. Because I was taught from a young age, you don't follow people off the edge of a pier. Just because they're your friends doesn't mean you do what they do. Apparently no one ever taught anyone in this administration. Our soldiers are ours. Don't put it in danger. But I digress. This hucklefuck, out of his whole chest again, said, Israel said, we're hitting Iran. And the cowardly lion here said, we don't want them to come after us. It was an easy way to clarify that. Soon as Is Not Real hit Iran, he should have been all over the news going, we advised them not to do that it was unacceptable for them to attack a sovereign nation. Yes, we know they've got lots of terrorist ties. We know that. But they haven't hit us. They have not hit the American people. So because there are Americans all over the Middle East living, working, we're not going to endanger them. And we're making it crystal clear, and made it crystal clear to Is Not Real, you're on your fucking own. And no, it's not 1939. It's not 1940s. The Holocaust is the past. Right now, we're not going to let our people be endangered. But again, he didn't have the balls or the backbone to do such a thing. See, we've had other leaders of our State Department, because for over 30 years, Bibi and Is Not Real have been trying to goad our country into putting our blood and treasure on the line, and it took this hucklefuck and Hegseth and the orange orangutan to yield. So here we are. Again, let me be crystal clear about this. I'm going to put this out there, and I hope you share it. If Bibi sets a foot in this country, we need to be 3,000 deep outside that White House. If Bibi goes to Mar-a-Lago, we need to be 3,000 deep outside Mar-a-Lago to remind him, you work for us. And there is an international warrant on his ass. You want money? Turn him in and collect the bounty. How about that? Since you're busy draining money out of our pockets, orange orangutan, there's a bounty right there you can collect. Yeah, for your 50 pieces of silver.